I bought 120 untested video game consoles from Goodwill, but they messed up. I was supposed to get some Wii U consoles on the pallet that I bought, but I didn't. So they sent me this mystery box right here. And in this video, we're gonna go through this mystery box. We're also gonna go through probably 5 or 6 other consoles and test and fix them and see if we can turn a profit. So guys, welcome to the
Texas Load.
We'll get to the mystery box in a minute, but I want to start with this 360 just because I feel like it. And as per usual, we have Wii's, 360s, PS3s to test today. And it looks like this console is from 2009, and it's definitely in Jasper, so that's awesome. And we got a 120 gigabyte hard drive, as you can see there. So let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in and see if it works. So I have the console plugged in, and by the way, I have a little side quest today. I'm going to take the profit from this video and last video and see if I can turn that into this brand new sealed Xbox 360 on the screen. But let's go ahead and turn this console on and see if it works. So got life. Disk drive sounded a little bit odd. Let's see if it opens up. That's awesome. We got Halo 3 in here. Dude, the number of people that leave games in their consoles is astounding. Fortunately, it looks like this disc has a little crack in the center. Hard to see, but there is a crack there and a crack there. I mean, let's see if it reads up though. And we got Lotus Echoes. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this game is not reading. My guess is that it's just yeah, there's Lotus Echoes. My guess is that it's just a bad game. Let me get a different game and try it, because this one is cracked. All right, so let's try Modern Warfare 2. Let's see if that works. Nice. Yes. It's loading up. All right, so it's just a bad game disc. That's so frustrating to find a free game, but it ends up being bad. Like, it doesn't, okay, yeah, it looks pretty bad. There's the cracks and just other stuff on there. That's rough. Let's go back to the main menu though, because we can see that the game is working, which is awesome to see. I mean, this console right off the bat is pretty much working. I got Lotus Echoes here with 3,800 gamer score. So last played in 2017. That's actually fairly recent compared to most 360s I come across. They're like people playing in 2012, 2013, 2010. So 2017, 6 years ago, is not too bad. Now the weird thing here is Halo 3 shows us last played in 2015, but it's the game we just found in our disk drive. So you would think this is the last game played. So that's, I don't know, very weird, doesn't really matter. But let's go ahead and see how much, make sure we got 120 gigs here. Oh, we got a bunch of games. We definitely have 120, but we got a bunch of games downloaded. So let me see if there's anything interesting on here. So we definitely do have a bunch of games downloaded here. We got TMNT 1989 Classic Arcade. Let's try to boot that up. And of course, back in the 360 days, you didn't have to connect to the internet to verify you own the game. It's just on your console, and here it is, boot it up. Now we do have some more profiles here. We got Extra Chrome, Hog Wild, Lauren, Caps Lock Broken. That's hilarious. And here we are booting up Grip Shift. Now I wonder, I can't remember, on the 360, can you still play these games without these profiles on here? Because if so, I could sell this console with all the games still on here. We're figuring things out now. So to test my theory, I'm gonna delete all of these profiles and see if I can still play the games. Bye-bye Extra Chrome. It always feels so sad deleting these profiles that had years of hard work on their Xbox, and it's just gone in a flash. All right, so no profiles left. So basically all the personal data is gone, except maybe the network connection or whatever. Let's go ahead and see if these games work still. Hey, it does. That's awesome. Why did I not think about that before? So I'll be able to, fully clean out this console, replace thermal paste and everything, and sell it with all these games on it. So whoever buys this will get a big stack of games to start with, and a 120 gigabyte hard drive. So nice. It's always good to start out with a working console. The box is only 12 pounds, so I'm guessing there's only 3 Wii U consoles in here, but let's find out. All right, here is, I guess, one Wii U console. I mean, you can't fault them. They've wrapped it up pretty well. And here's a second one. And here is a third one. All right, yes, that's all that's in there. No gamepads, no nothing, just straight up Wii U consoles. I guess that's kind of cool, but would have been nice to get some gamepads. So I have the Wii U's unwrapped, and they did bubble wrap them very well. Now, taking a look at the first console, of course, very beat up, not really surprising for a Wii U. These things just attract scratches and scuffs. Now, no SD card. Looks like a pretty normal Wii U, to be honest, with all the scratches and scuffs. And yeah, console number 2, same deal. Very scratched up, scuffed up. Typical Wii U kind of status there. Now, third Wii U here, same deal. We got tons of scratches, scuffs all over it. And again, ports look good. And just by the way, no SD card on the second or third consoles either. But let's just go ahead and go through and test these one by one and see if they work. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. I have my own gamepad hooked up, my own power supply, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and see if it boots up. Got a blue light. Do we have any free games? Nope, no free games. Nice, so we do have life. I need to sync up this gamepad though. It takes 4 minutes to set up the language on the Wii U gamepad. Why? All right, dude, finally up on the main menu. I forgot how long it takes to set up a Wii U. Let's go ahead and see if a game works. So we got Lego City Undercover here, just a random game. All right, so the game showed up, but I also noticed we have Nintendo Land over here. Is that already installed, pre-installed? I guess so. I did not realize this came pre-installed on some consoles. Like, I knew it came with some consoles, but I thought it was a disc, but maybe I'm wrong there. Yeah, so indeed, Nintendo Land was on this console. We had to re-download it, but it was already, assigned to this console. And we'll go ahead and throw our profit on the screen for this console. It is a basically pure profit because I did not assign any cost to this Wii U because I didn't get it in the original lot. So it's pure profit, but it's not worth a whole lot, but it'll be listed down below on my website. All right, so on to console number 2. Let's go ahead and turn it on. We got life. No disc. So this Wii U is a little bit weird. It booted up fine. It's a factory reset, just like the other one, but I've been trying to connect to the internet for like 15 minutes now, and I keep getting this same error. Connection test failed. You come here, and I get an error code that says 103-2002, 2003, 2004, something like that. Like, it tells me it connects to the router, but it doesn't connect to the internet, which doesn't make sense to me considering I just connected to the internet just fine on the previous console. So I'm going to ignore this for now and assume it's probably a bad Wi-Fi card in the Wii U itself, but we'll get into that later. Now, of course, booted up here to the main menu, you'll notice we don't have Nintendo Land downloaded, so that was a nice little bonus in the first console. Let's go ahead and put in Lego City Undercover and see if the game works. The good news is the game is working and booting up, and you can see this guy creeping across the screen. I've been watching this home screen on this game for like 5 minutes, and it's just like clowns. I don't know what's going on, but the game is working. Now, the bad news is the update did not fix our Wi-Fi issues. All right, guys, so we're gonna go step by step and try to troubleshoot the Wi-Fi issue here and see if we can get it working. Let me just go ahead and show you that it's still not working normally. So sure enough, our connection test failed. Now, my first step is gonna be moving this console like right next to my Wi-Fi router and see if that fixes the issue. So I tried it right next to my Wi-Fi router and it did not work any better, same exact situation. Now, what my next step would be is taking one of those USB to Ethernet adapters and trying to plug in Ethernet here and seeing if that would work, but unfortunately, I do not have one of those. So what I'm gonna do next is kind of the hard step, which is I'm gonna tear down both console 1 and 2 and swap the network card from console 1 into console 2 and see if that fixes our issue. All right, I have console number 2, which is the one with the bad Wi-Fi chip, torn down. And guys, this is gonna be my first and last time taking apart a Wii U because holy crap, it was just like, the intricacies were so annoying. Honestly, the worst part is the fact that you have so many chips here with wires like straddling across multiple parts on the board, and it was just it was not fun. So we have 2 chips up here. One of these, I don't remember which, one of them is for connecting to Bluetooth devices like the like Wii remotes, that sort of thing. The other one is for connecting directly to the gamepad, since obviously those two interact with each other. This one down here is for the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so I need to replace this, and I already took it off. It's pretty simple to pull off. You can see it's got one little connection right there, and of course we have our wires that go up to the antennas. I found it on eBay for like $10 plus $4 in shipping, so I'm going to order one of those and replace it. Like I said earlier, I was going to tear down console number 1 and swap them, but after taking this one apart, I do not want to take apart another Wii U, to be honest. And the real issue is that there's actually multiple different Wi-Fi chips that could be inside the Wii U, and I don't know if they're interchangeable, so I need to order the exact same one. So I'm going to order on eBay and push this repair to the next video. So you'll see this next week when we swap out the Wi-Fi chip, and hopefully that fixes the issue. So on to console number 3, let's go ahead and turn it on. And we got a blue light, no free, oh wait, oh yeah, no free game. So I have the gamepad hooked up to console number 3 here, and it also is factory reset. So we have 3 consoles in a row that are factory reset, and also 3 consoles in a row that have no free game. And in my experience with Goodwill, it's very unlikely to happen unless they tested the console. So my guess is they actually tested these 3 consoles and at least factory reset them. They didn't do like a full test, obviously, but it is good to see that they tested them. Now, I do really enjoy getting consoles that are not factory reset because it tells you a little bit of a backstory. But of course, if you're selling your console, you should definitely factory reset or at least delete your personal information, because if you didn't know, your gamer tag and associated personal info can be leaked all over the internet and the dark web, but that's where Aura comes into play, and that's where helping us out as our sponsor today. So what is Aura? Well, Aura is an easy-to-use app that includes everything you need to stay safe online. Now, like I mentioned, you can put your gamer tag in their system, and they'll notify you if it's found on the dark web, and that actually already came in handy for me because they notified me of my Xbox gamer tag and associated personal information being leaked on the dark web. So me personally, I've been using Aura for 7 months now, and they've already helped me out on multiple occasions. Even just back in June, they notified me that a third party had verified my identity, which was pretty weird considering I had not applied for a credit card or anything of that nature. But I caught them up, and within 2 minutes, I was on the phone with a real human, and they helped me fix the situation. So seeing all these benefits with Aura, there's really no reason to not give their 2-week free trial a go, but wait, there's more. Aura gives you near real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries. They have a VPN that allows you to stay anonymous on the internet. They protect your devices from viruses. They help you manage what your kids can do on their devices, and they even have a password manager. So what are you guys waiting for? You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your personal information, or you can go to aura.com/jrob or scan the QR code on the screen and start your 2-week free trial today. So after another painful 15 minutes of setting up this Wii U console, we are on the home screen now. Everything is working so far. The internet does work, so it's just the second console that had the internet issue. Let's go ahead and put a game in, and also you'll notice, by the way, there is no free Nintendo Land, so again, we got lucky on that first console. Put a game in here, and we'll make sure it boots up. And as you can see, the game is booting up with no problem at all. So this console's working a-okay. Now I haven't tested every minute detail here, which we will do off camera. I just don't do everything on camera, but everything, all these consoles will be listed down below for sale on my website. Let's go check them out. Let's go ahead and move on to the next console now. All right, so next up I pulled out a 360 to test here, and this one is, I mean, about like all the other ones, pretty beat up and mutilated. We are missing actually we're not missing a door there, it's just the flap is kind of broken. Again on the bottom, pretty beat up. Now here on the back you can see that we do have a Jasper console. You can tell by the power port here, and it's also manufactured in 2009. And it also doesn't look like it's been opened. We don't see any like marks on the holes there. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on. 3, 2, 1. You got life. Now what are the chances the disk drive is stuck here? Let's go ahead and try it out. Let's go. So we got Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and then we got Brian 00847 logged in. We got Call of Duty 4 background. Let me go ahead and sync up my controller. Oh, this is a nice start here, guys. Oh, wait. Oh no. It sounded weird reading up. We'll ignore that fact for a second here. And we do have a user already logged in. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is worth like $10 or so. Wait a second. What it do? The bio is blah blah cake blah. This is the most 360 like comment in bio I've ever seen. Maybe other than the brisket boy from last week, that was like the best. Let's go ahead and see if we have any games downloaded here. No, nothing. And we should have like either 256 of memory or 512. Yes, the memory unit says 136 free. We click on it, 451. So yeah, 512 megabytes of storage here. Dude, I love getting free games. Let's go ahead and see if this game is scratched up or anything. And actually, it's not. It looks pristine. And I mean, the disk drive opens up without an issue. That's surprising. Let's go ahead and see if the game works though. Oh, there we go. All right, so that time it did not read. It read up the first time I put it in, but it made weird noises. Second time it did not read, and it still made weird noises. Third time we're gonna try Skate 3 here. Okay, that sounds a lot more normal. All right, well the good news is I think it's a game issue, but that's like I said, really strange because the game looks perfect. It's been a minute since I did this tutorial on Skate 3. Skate 3, one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. It's just such a fun game because it was like a little bit competitive and like it had some difficulty to it, but it was also a chill game, so it was fun to play whenever you're just bored. All right, well that game was working. Let's go ahead and sign out. I want to see if there's any other profiles here. There are. We got AC, Cassie. All right, we gotta do it. All right, let's go home and see what this guy's bio says. Oh, lame. No bio. I guess because it's not connected to Xbox Live, there's no bio. But let's go back to the main guy here and see if he has any other interesting save data. All right, so Skate 3, which I just played. Black Ops 2, Madden NFL 10. All right, yeah, so Black Ops 2, that is the game we found in the disk drive. Last played in 2013, so almost a decade on the dot. It's always crazy to me when I boot these up and see how old these consoles, or how long ago it's been since these consoles have been played. We got NCAA Football 10, Street Fighter, a little mix of games, mostly like fighting and shooting games, and just a little bit of football as well. And yeah, so this console is pretty much good to go. Of course, we'll open this thing all the way up. We're gonna do a full cleaning inside the disk drive, inside of everything here, replace thermal paste, get the nice, get the outside looking as nice as possible. It'll be listed down below, and yeah, go check it out because the console sold really fast last week. All right, on to the next console, and I'm in the 360 mode right here. So let's go with the 360 Slim this time. This is a matte one, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad for being in that giant 900-pound lot. I mean, it's got some scratches here and there, but nothing compared to those Slims that get scratched up like crazy. And looking on the back, it is from 2011. Of course, it's a matte console, so it has 4 gigs built in. We do have the warranty seal still intact, which is obviously good to see. Any hard drive? Nope, no hard drive. And then, yeah, front looks pretty good as well. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. And yes, I was too lazy to go grab a Slim power supply, so I'm using my Slim adapter to plug into the Jasper power supply. I've used them in the past and they work fine. But let's go ahead and see if this turns on. We got life. Now disk drive. I'm gonna guess the disk drive does work here. Hey, no free game, but it honestly doesn't look too dirty in there. Wow. All right, here we are, and we do have a profile. We got the, let me go ahead and sync this up first. So we got Bass3, it's using a 3 as an E, Bastra? I'm gonna call it Bastra. Why not? Let's go ahead and check out these achievements, see when it was last played. So last played in 2014, Skyrim. Unfortunately, they did not leave Skyrim in the disk slot here. And coming over here to the storage, we got 4 gigs, of course. And let's see if we have any games downloaded here. Hexic HD, and I think that's one that comes pre-downloaded sometimes. Let's go ahead and put this Skate 3 in and make sure it reads the game. And we are booted up into Skate 3 here. I'm not gonna actually play the game this time since we see it's working. So there we go, guys, 2 Xboxes in a row that work perfectly. Of course, this one will also be opened up, fully cleaned, inside and out, thermal paste replaced, all that good stuff. So check it out down below if you wanna buy it. So next up I want to do a PS3 because this one is pretty sus. Like if you look at the top here, it's got a giant X on the left side and it says BD down here. So presumably the Blu-ray drive is broken, maybe. Now this console is pretty scratched up, of course, with all the glossy sides, and overall though it doesn't look too terrible. And it looks like the warranty seal is partially peeled up, but it does not look like it's been opened before. So that's a good sign. But let's go ahead and plug it in, see if it works. I've got it plugged in and I do have a red light over here, which is a good sign. Now I always do a countdown from 3, but let's do a countdown from 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It sounded a little bit strange, but then I remembered that's just how PS3 Super Slims sound like. We'll see if it boots up. All right, so we're booted up here, and the good thing is we are not factory reset, so you might have some interesting data on here. Maybe, I don't see anything yet. And of course, we saw no free game. Let's go ahead and check out how much storage we have here. All right, so system info, 4.87, we got 500 gigs. Nice. Now, of course, the real test here is, well, first of all, let's check out the memory card utility, see if we have any game data. Modern Warfare 2, that's it. Wow, okay. That's convenient because I'm about to put in Modern Warfare 2 to test. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, why would they put an X and say BD here if the Blu-ray drive works fine? I'll count my blessings. Let's go ahead and see if it boots all the way up. You can see here where we are playing the game, sure enough, so not sure why that said BD. As I opened the disk drive, I saw like 3 hairs pop out. All right, guys, so in tragic fashion, I decided to take Modern Warfare 2 out and put it back in and just test it one more time. And of course, when I did that, it's now not reading, so I guess we just got lucky on the first try. Not exactly sure what happened, but we have some more games here to try out and make sure it's not just this game. Okay, so it like seems to randomly work because I tried FIFA 14 and it didn't work, then took it out, put it back in, and it did work. So it seems to just be kind of at random when it works. Also, just by the way, you can play PlayStation 1 games on PS3 Super Slims and actually all PS3s, but I just tried that out. It works without an issue. I've been messing with this PS3 for like 20 minutes now and very strange behavior. I haven't got it to not read a game in 20 minutes. I've tried 3 games, Winter Storm, Modern Warfare 2, and FIFA 14 like 6 times each. Read fine every single time. Very strange. Maybe when it wasn't reading, I didn't have it latched all the way, or maybe I just got unlucky. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tear down everything and go ahead and do the full cleaning and stuff here. We'll clean up the disk drive and clean the laser and all that good stuff and see if that'll like permanently fix it. So I have this PS3 Super Sim part and it is indeed very dirty, dusty. I already killed a spider that crawled out of it, but I mean, you can just see here, there's like tons of filth, hair and just dirt and dust, and here in the power supply, tons of dirt and dust. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything out and replace thermal paste and all that stuff and clean out the disk drive here. And then I'll come back once I'm ready to clean the laser. So we have all the pieces cleaned up, blown out. We gotta put everything back together, and I'm gonna show you a few things. So first of all, I'm gonna show you the thermal paste replacement. So you can see these chips are already cleaned off. We gotta put some thermal paste here and on that little tiny RSX right there. And there should be plenty of thermal paste. Actually might be even a little too much, it'll squeeze out, but it doesn't really matter too much. And then the RSX will put just a little tiny dot there. Next, we're gonna take the disk drive, which has already been cleaned up, but I'm gonna show you just how we clean the laser, and then also if you flip this thing open, we can also re-grease the rails. So first thing we're gonna do here is clean off the rails. So we have one rail there, and we have like the motor rail back there. So we're just gonna clean those off with a Q-tip and get the old stuff off. We already did this once, so it's not gonna be much dirty stuff that comes off, but I'll show you anyway. And if you move the laser around, you can get all of the stuff off of this rail back here. All right, so once you get all the dirty stuff off, you're gonna take some lithium grease, which I have right here, white lithium grease. And you're gonna squeeze just like a little bit on the rails and then spread it out with your Q-tip. I'm gonna slide the laser over it. You really don't need a ton. So we got those rails greased up and it's running pretty smoothly here. So it should be good to go. You'll know when you plug this in, and if it's not working, then obviously you did something wrong there. And then of course we wanna clean the laser here. So get a Q-tip, dip it in some 99% isopropyl alcohol, and you're gonna do like a little tiny circular motion on the laser here. You don't want to push too hard. Just circle a few times, then you're going to flip it around to the dry end and just dry it off. And then you're going to let it dry for a few minutes, and you can test it out. And also, just by the way, this drive was just caked with dust, dirt, hair, which would explain the kind of inconsistencies with the drive. So I think cleaning it up will really fix it. So let's put it all back together now and just test it out. I have this console back together enough to test now, so let's turn it back on. Eject the disk drive, put a disk in, and hopefully it's working better now. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is reading up. Let me try another game. All right, yes, I've tried this like 10 different times and it's working perfectly every time. It loads up in like 2 seconds. Now, one thing I've learned and what might have been the issue is if you don't push the cover far enough over, it doesn't trigger this little switch right here and it doesn't actually read games. So like, you gotta actually push it hard all the way over and it clicks into place and it'll start reading. So yeah, this console's good to go. It'll be linked down below if you wanna buy it. So next up, we're going to test this Wii here, and this one's interesting because it says GameStop certified pre-owned. It's got all these initials and tested by, components removed, SD card removed. Let's actually check. Yeah, no, ooh, there's a bug in there. A little bug in the SD card reader, but there's no SD card, and I'm missing a flap, but otherwise looks like a pretty standard Wii. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. All right, console's plugged in, got a red light. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Do we have any free games? We do not. That sucks. All right, let's go ahead and see if it boots up. Here we are, booted up to the main menu, and it looks pretty standard. It must be fairly up to date because it's got all the streaming channels like YouTube, Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime. Those weren't there like whenever the Wii originally came out. So this one's been used, I say fairly recently, but it's still probably like 2013. I don't know. We'll start by seeing if the game works. This is one of my free games from last week that I found inside of a Wii. I need to go ahead and throw this in my profits and list it for sale. We're gonna go ahead and just test it for now. Oh no. These Wii disc drives are just wild stuff, always grinding, making weird noises. I've had like 3 drives now that all make different noises and have different issues. So clearly the game is not actually, it doesn't load all the way up. So I have a feeling there's an issue with the gears. I mean, obviously, because it's not loading the game all the way in, it spits it back out. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see if we can figure out the issue. All right, so the console is torn down. It is pretty dusty, so hopefully that's our issue. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And I'm gonna put a disc in and see if we can figure out, oh. Yeah, you can already tell this part here is shaky, and I think it's not pressed down as far as it should be. I don't know. Let's just load this disc in and see what happens. Ooh. Yeah, it appears to just not be latching at all. I don't know. Let's break it down some more, and that might be an easy fix. Well, we'll find out. All right, guys, I kind of figured out the issue, but the problem is there's multiple issues. First of all, the main issue we saw is it's not pulling discs in. What I figured out is there's a gear right here, which I'll show a photo on the screen, that's basically mutilated and not spinning correctly, and that's the one attached to the rollers that pull a disc in, so it's not pulling in all the way. But then I found another issue, which like if I force the disc all the way in, it does accept it, but then once it gets in here, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't spin, doesn't try to read, nothing. I think we have multiple issues here. First of all, that gear has to be replaced. Second of all, either the laser and or motors have to be replaced. So my take on this is that it's easier just to, it makes more sense just to swap the drive. Like the cost for all these replacement parts and the time, not worth it just to get a replacement drive that I can get for under 20 bucks. So we're gonna replace this drive, probably not in this video because I gotta wait for one to come in. So I really wanna get a working Wii. So next up, we're gonna do another Wii here and hope it works. This one has a flap that's kind of messed up. We'll mess with that later. Let's see if there's an SD card inside. No, there's not, nope. Looks pretty beat up like a normal Wii, but it is a good sign we have both flaps because usually the more flaps, the better condition. I don't know, let's plug it in and see if it works. All right, I really hope this works. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, it sounds okay. I don't hear a free game though. Yeah, no free games. All right, up to the main screen, and yeah, it looks like a pretty typical Wii. No games downloaded, but we do have the classic Wii Shop channel, photo channel, all the normal stuff. Let's go ahead and put a game in, start there, and see if this game works, please. Okay, loads it up. I really want a working Wii. What you guys did not see in this video is there's another Wii I messed with that's getting pushed to the video next week because I just like had so many issues with it. And yes, I'm really Wii'd out right now. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, Quantum Solace is working. All right, let's try out Wind Waker as well. Why did I say Wind Waker? I have Skyward Sword. Man, thank goodness we have a working Wii. Oh man, that was a little bit of a rough time there. Let's go ahead and I want to check out the last time this thing was played. By the way, we do have Texas Load merch. Go ahead and check it out down below if you want to buy some. Dude, it's so strange. Another console that I can't find any data about when this is last played. That's unfortunate. I guess this console is factory reset because there's no Mii's either. Wow, I finally found a Wii that was factory reset. That has not happened very often. Sorry for the mess here, guys. I'm busy cleaning consoles, but I want to talk about our side quest for today, and we have some good news, which is we have enough profit from this video and last video to buy the Resident Evil brand new console now. Bad news is it already sold, but more good news is I found a Blades Dashboard Xbox 360 that was brand new for under 400 bucks, so I already bought that. So that means we have more profit left over from this video and profit from last video to spend on more 360 stuff. So let me know down below what I should buy next. And guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.